Toyota making the case that trying to quickly shift entirely to battery electric vehicles not only isn't feasible, but won't deliver the intended emissions reduction effect. What's the basis of this argument? This is going to rub some people the wrong way.
Yeah, I think there's a sort of misperception that, the realistic and sort of nuanced arguments that Toyota has been making are sort of, excuse making or in any way sort of a talking of their book, right? They are the dominant hybrid vehicle seller and producer. But I think this is the case that this is a company that, has taken a close look at, the battery supply chain, has a very good understanding of that from having, produced the Prius now for 25 years, that understands that, for many years to come, we're going to be short of lithium and cobalt and copper and other materials that are going to be needed for this transition. They also have a good understanding of the charging infrastructure and, just how much of that infrastructure is available that is reliant on alternative energy and not, on sort of, charging up Teslas with coal-fired power plants. And that's really important to the emissions of EVs.
You spoke with the CEOs of 5 Japanese automakers last week about this. What sort of really jumped out at you in terms of those conversations?
Yeah, I think what jumped out to me was just the sort of diverse set of situations that these companies are in. So Suzuki is a good example of a company that, its dominant market is India, right? And so they are, talking about not only is this an issue of getting electricity to customers in a market where, the penetration of electricity in households is not at 100%. They're talking about, collecting cow feces and using that for alternative fuels. So this is a case of, trying a lot of things to reduce the amount of carbon coming from their cars.